Hello everyone, and welcome back to Terraria. Since the last episode, we've been a little busy with off-camera stuff, as you might notice already from the base here. So, just to briefly go over what happened, well, as you can see over there, the NPC house is now twice as big, because we actually just filled up with NPCs after the other episode. So, we decided the best way to do, or expand it, was just to expand it over instead of making it really, really tall. So, also, we revised this base here. You might also notice the banners in this room are a bit different. We have the Queen Bee trophy now. We kind of just have this room of various things. This is the brewing room with potions and potion ingredients and seeds and some planners and other stuff. I'm really not sure exactly how it works, so I don't remember. There's a bunny banner I could totally put up. And the crafting room now has all the machines laid out a little better with a chest for ores and gems, which I forgot to rename. Whoops. And also down here we store things a little better as well. We have a safe now. This is something I think we talked about like episodes way back and completely forgot about. But pretty much the safe works just like the piggy bank here. So what I did is I put all the stuff I had in the piggy bank now in the safe. And that's because, if you look at my inventory, you'll see I finally got the money trough. You do not know how hard it was for me to get this money trough. It's like a 1 in 200 drop rate from the blood zombies and dribblers in the blood moon. Let me just see if I can show you the banners. Hey look, 6 dribbler banners. Where's the blood zombie banners? Oh, 5 blood zombie banners. You get 1 every 50. And old one? Old one?
We lost him.
Oh well. He should be back, hopefully. But yeah, what this does is I can just click it and summon a little flying pig. And access my piggy bank from there. So because it's easier to access my piggy bank, I decided it would be better to put the stuff, or use my piggy bank more for just depositing items, carrying them back to the base like a backpack, and keep the items I might need to access in the safe, because you can place the safe down without using platforms too, which is really neat. So, yeah, and we did sort items. We have armor, melee weapons, ranged weapons. Pretty much I had to split the chest, because we're almost full in accessories again, too. Also, I did get another shark tooth necklace during the blood moon. My new one has 3% damage, which is cool. My old one had, I think, speed. Yeah, 4% movement speed. And, also, to kind of go with that, we farmed a few drops off camera. We killed a bunch of the Eye of Cthulhu. We also farmed the Queen Bee a bunch, which is also why I have this new bow. The bee's knees. Yep.
I have my bee gun.
It, actually, let me just put it on, here. It fires arrows of bees. Or at least it turns wooden arrows into arrows of bees. And also did get a new beekeeper that's 12% size. Not really a huge upgrade. But it's a bit bigger, and the beekeeper's also really powerful if I can get something in melee range. So, yeah. Oh, also, in the NPC house over here, the witch doctor and arms dealer showed up. There's the witch doctor, I think, or... I don't know exactly where they went to. I can never tell these NPCs apart. And, yeah. And we did, organize a few more things over here. I think some of these chests are still just unsorted, but... I don't know. We're working on upgrading the chest room and expanding the crafting room and such. And we'll probably continue to do that over the next few episodes off camera. And let's see. Oh, and the other thing was the few other items I got in here. One, I got full ancient shadow armor. So nice. I farmed the Eaters of Souls in the corruption, and now I had the full set. So let me just put that on, because I no longer need... Where's everyone going?
I'm combining these lesser potions into normal potions. Okay.
Well, now I can get rid of this platinum armor, because now I have the full ancient shadow armor. Let me actually just turn off the boots visual. And what else do I have on? The shark necklace. There we go. So it has this little particle effect. This is actually the first time I'm putting it all on. And let's see. Its set bonus is 5% or 15% movement speed. And I think it's actually a little less defensive than platinum. Or full platinum. But it has more defense per piece, but it doesn't have the set bonus of extra defense, but also has increased melee speed. So my yo-yo should go even further now. Actually, let's test it. It goes just past the sunflower. And if I just was to take off my armor. Yeah, so it actually does increase the range of the yo-yo. Confirmed.
Nice.
But yeah, so this is pretty much the best armor we can make, and it's actually the same as the Demonite armor you could make with Demonite and the scales, which we should be getting this episode. Only, it's only mob-only drop and looks different visually, so, yeah. And it has the movement speed, so I run really fast now.
Nice.
So I'm gonna throw my platinum armor in the chest here, and sort that. So if anyone wants platinum armor, it's there.
We should use this, the hearts we found, too.
Oh, right, that was yeah, I have a lower my notes. Another thing to note, though, a couple other items I found. If you look in here, I have a Bezoar, because off camera, not only did I just kill the eye and the bee, I also went to the ocean and jungle, and I killed a bunch of jungle mobs. I collected a bunch of the jungle spore for something I'll do in just a second. And, I got a Bezoar, I think that's how I pronounce it. Right?
Yeah, it's a Bezoar.
And that gives immunity to poison, which jungle mobs like to do. In the ocean, we actually went there to get a specific thing that we'll touch on later. But I ended up getting the diving helmet off the shark. It's actually funny, because we had no luck getting it. And Akasori said, I'll log off and see if you get it. As soon as he logs off, a shark swims into view, I kill it, and drops the diving helmet. And we also got flippers and a breathing rod. I think those were in water chests that were at the edge of the maps in the ocean. And I'm not sure if I mentioned the hasty anklet or when I got that. Might have been off camera at the jungle, but it increases movement speed and has a movement increasing buff on it too. We also did get some of the cobalt armor, which is an ancient or a magic set. And there's the helmet I got in the other episode I didn't really touch on. So yeah. Oh no, and as you can notice here, I have a bunch of boss spawning items. I have 10 suspicious looking eyes, 5 of the King Slime items, 10 of the Queen Bee items, and actually 3 for the Eater of the Worlds, the boss we haven't even fought yet. Pretty much I went to the Demon Hold and just crafted them because we have the stuff, and I was like, if I'm going there to make some, I might as well make them all. And yeah, the Queen Bee is actually pretty easy to resummon. It just requires honey, pretty much.
Oh,
so I went back to the hive.
Down here and I found a heart.
Oh. Where?
I'm kind of creating a mushroom farm down here while you're recapping.
Okay. Huh. Neat. But as you can see, yeah, I went all through the jungle too. I found how Akatori got down there. I found another queen bee and failed to kill it. And then we found some other queen bees about too as we were exploring. I think we killed one and then failed to kill the other. Anyway, I think that's about it for the recap. Sorry, it's long as always. Whoops. And also the final thing to note, the goblins. So, Akatori kind of messed up because he told me the goblins could spawn, and everyone forgot to mention the goblins. There's a traveling merchant on our roof.
You guys, I said that earlier today. You ignored me.
Okay, but the goblins can't spawn. They can't spawn until you break a shadow orb, which we haven't done yet. Wait a second. Why does it look so dark?
What do you mean?
It almost looks like a blood moon, but it's not.
Blood moon would be red, not dark.
Yeah, it looks red to me.
Weird.
Oh, the traveling merchant's gone. I was just going to go up to him. Okay, so you guys ready to go fight the Eater of Worlds? Or wait, we probably should deal with the hearts first. So,
I want to deal with one. I want to get one. I want to destroy one of the shadow hearts because it has a chance of dropping a starband. Wait, hold on. You need to make my armor.
Alright, so pretty much I have 17 heart crystals, or life crystals, and if I just eat these all, I should be able to get myself to the max hearts of 400. Yeah, it won't even consume now. So I have 7 left over for anyone who wants them, and I'll just put them in the chest.
Give it.
But we need to share Akatori.
What is sharing?
You already have 300 Akatori.
I have to be tankier because I'm a mage.
You're getting armor.
Armor that's still weaker than yours.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Only by like 2 points. Anyway, so the next thing I want to do is make Akatori his armor, because Akatori didn't want to make the armor at first because he thought it was weak, but it's actually really strong. And where in the world do I make this? There it is.
Make an anvil.
Okay, so it's the jungle armor set with a jungle hat, which needs 8 spores, a jungle shirt, which needs 16 spores, 2 stingers, then jungle pants, which is 8 spores, 2 vines. Now, let's see. Actually, pretty much it gives 5 defense on the body, 5 defense on the hat, 6 on the body and legs, so a total of 17, right? And it increases your mana by 80 when you have all of it on, and it should have a 12% critical strike, but let me just put it on real quick, just to see how it looks, and also to see what its set effect is before I hand it over to Akatori. And its set effect is 16% reduced mana usage. And you didn't want to use this armor.
Before I kill you.
Here, I'll put it in the piggy bank.
I'll kill you.
Okay, I put it in that chest. So, Akatori now has better armor, so hopefully he doesn't die as easily now. I mean, it's Akatori, so it's... Anyway. Oh, also, you might also notice in my inventory I have a whole bunch of shine potions, so I don't have to rely on the mining helmet as much. So yeah, there's that.
I'm still a wizard. Also, Owen's back. Just as you finish your recap, that was perfect timing, actually.
Hello! Okay, so the other thing I want to do real quick is make the Ivy Whip.
Bio, wait. Look at my particles.
Alright, that gives particles. Why is it black? You have dyes on, don't you?
I have reflective silver dyes, yes.
So, you can also make a few items with this, or these items. Let's see, there's the Blade of Grass, which is actually pretty strong. Chance to poison enemies. And there's the Ivy Whip here. So the Ivy Whip is like my grapple, only better. And I was looking over the grapples. The only other one I was really interested in was the diamond grapple. So I can't reach, you know, the wall from here. But if I put on the Ivy Whip instead of my old one, not only can I reach, but it has 3 grapples. And I know that TM personally doesn't like 3 grapples or prefers 2. But there's not many that offer 2. I think only the fish grapple, which is from Angler Quest, and the one you get from Skeletron. But we can't rematch Skeletron until we get a very rare drop, which we have yet to, well, get.
Yeah, I need to get the dungeon mobs for that.
Yep. I look like a very scary...
And we haven't been back to the dungeon to try and farm those guys, so that's also part of the reason. Anyway, so you guys ready to,
Yep.
Might we give him armor to let him use more bees? Akatori got the bee gun. I forget if we mentioned that or not. And now he has armor to have less mana. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so, you guys on a team, or?
I'm on blue team.
Okay.
Blue.
I'm not sure I should be playing with Akatori has the beat done.
That's the worst that could happen.
One explosion later.
Complete obliteration of...
Also, I feel like I might want to grab a few health potions just to be safe. That should be enough. Oh, also, there's a battle potion that I found out about off camera that increases mob spawn rate. That's how I helped farm the Blood Moons.
I just need 2 more.
There is some in the other chest up here. The one to the left. Anyway, you guys ready to fight the Eater Worlds? Akatori, bring the bombs!
Akatori should finish off his hearts.
Well, there's a lot of Eaters of Souls charging us, but, as you can probably tell by all the Eaters of Souls, we made it to the corruption. Now we just have to find one of those, things to destroy to spawn the Eater of Worlds.
Yeah, there's one right just down here.
Yeah, I know there's a few out. Well, umbrella on down. I think this is like the only pit I haven't jumped down to see what was down here, because it's hard to get out of these pits.
Retreat!
Hold on, Akatori!
Akatori. Well, meteorite.
Well, Akatori broke that, and now there's a meteorite. Where? What? Okay, so, sorry for those, cuts and interruptions there, but Akatori, what were you saying about the meteor? And also, this vine's really useful for climbing out of these pits.
Okay, meteor. Yes, I was saying something about meteor. Yes, the meteor only, falls somewhere in the world. You'll notice it once we pass it, but it shouldn't update your map until we go...
Oh,
what?! This is supposed to be the Inner World episodes! Do we head back to base? What do we do? We can't fight the Inner Worlds right now. What?
Yeah, we better head back to base.
We could summon the Eater of Worlds anyway, according to you, isn't it? Because you have the summoning items?
We can, but I want to break the stuff to summon it. So they're approaching from this direction, right?
It doesn't matter.
Never eats our watermelon. Yeah, this way.
Okay, but the thing was, I think I did mention, the Goblin Army doesn't spawn, or we got it wrong, they don't spawn till you break one of the orbs. We were worried they would happen when we did off-camera stuff, but, well, they don't spawn until the morning after you break an orb, 1 in 3 chance. So, that's why we did a whole bunch of off-camera stuff, because we realized they weren't coming. And as soon as we break an orb, it turns morning, and now they're coming. So, I guess the Eater Worlds is going to be next episode. Yeah, this episode's kind of, I don't know, it's always the thing where I try not to do a lot of recap, then it ends up having a lot of recap. Yes, I know they're approaching.
Recap, you know.
Oh,
Here they come.
Oh!
They're coming from below.
What?
Well, I did also have enough of the cloth to summon them, if need be.
Yeah, let's go buy the candle.
Alright! Yeah, that'd be good. I set up a water candle out here somewhere.
Our houses.
Well, you hold it back there. We'll head to the water candle and,
I'm going to kill them.
Alright.
Are they back there or where? Because I'm not seeing any over here, team.
That's right. You actually have to be kind of... You have to be near the center of the world for them to spawn.
Subway.
Oh! Oh yeah, that's another thing I didn't mention, but yeah, we did expand the minecart. We'll touch on that next episode. But yeah, I killed a bunch of goblin scouts, or I found some. Actually, when I was doing the Blood Moon stuff, oh, that's a goblin sorcerer. When I was doing the Blood Moon stuff, when I eventually, or I think the one before I got the Blood Trough, I set up a water cannon near the edge of the world and a whole bunch of goblin scouts spawn. So I did have enough to summon them with the battle standard you can craft, kind of like how you respawn the other bosses. But, yeah. Ow. Ow.
There are a bunch of
Screw it. Bees! Okay, so the cool thing about the Beekeeper, not only is it really powerful, it summons bees, so it just will kill everything.
Don't say bees.
Oh no, Akatori has bees.
Also, what are the spike balls used for?
Ah, they're just a throwing weapon.
Huh. Neat.
I have my army of bees. We shall attack anyone who invades our home. Hi.
Okay, well, I really didn't okay, the thing was, I kind of didn't want to use the battle stand right away because I thought there was a chance the goblins would spawn. I did not expect them to spawn before we beat the Eater Worlds, though.
Dude, I think a lot of the series so far has been a lot of things that you haven't expected to happen.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of going into this new still. I mean, I have read up on a few things now and a bit more experience, but it's still new to me.
You made a pit of despair.
No, I didn't make it. I was just here.
Is that Akatori's Pit of Despair repurposed?
Yes. How did you know? How come you killed 50 while my bees...
Oh, my minions did.
Oh. Whee!
Well,
Job done.
Goblin sorcerers.
Well, good thing I have those extra hearts, because this is actually a little difficult. Just a little.
Being on everything,
Well, I don't know why, but for some reason I thought this would be harder. Okay, so we defeated the Goblin Army. Woohoo!
Oh, I see one running away.
Well, is that it, or do we get anything now, or what?
That's it.
That's really the whole point of it.
Okay, well, on the bright side, I got a raincoat.
Nice.
Also, we got some of these spiked balls.
Akatori has his bees.
That's not a good positive. How's that a positive?
I have a wall of bees.
Maybe you're right.
So, question. When does that NPC pop up?
Hey,
immediately.
Eventually.
Okay, well at some point we should get the Goblin Tinker, or whatever it is, something like that. That allows us to get the Tinkering table, which allows us to make cool stuff, right?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I can fail you instead.
Do I have a full set of platinum here?
There should be.
Yep.
Okay.
I have a musket.
Well, I think that's where I'm going to end off this episode, because it was pretty long, even though we never got to the Eater of Worlds. Whoops. But at least we took care of the goblins, and hopefully in the next episode we can defeat the Eater of Worlds and maybe do a few other things. No. So, Akatori! Well, that's one way to destroy a tree. Fix the ground. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and until next time, goodbye.